All the fire in the sky makes me feel so alive, even if it's just a night. Familiar life kills me every day, resurrect every time I hear your name. One thing a long time ago, it comes back to you if you let it go. Every day is a second chance, a new beginning. Hold my head to the clouds, 'cause I can win. All I know, celebrate when you can. I'll just go to outer space and never land. Ain't nothing about me typical. Spread love, that's the ritual. I know nobody's perfect. We all from the dirt, no matter how rich, no matter how. We are. Oh, all the fire in the sky makes me feel so alive, even if it's just a night. Familiar life kills me every day, resurrect every time I hear your name. One thing a long time ago, it comes back to you if you let it go. Black whiskey. Is there a difference?
You're now listening to The Real,
Man, I appreciate them dudes for talking about
The Raw. Wait, they were talking about The Relatable,
that's exactly what I've been going through.
The Relentlessly Real Podcast.
Welcome, world. We are here, like we always are, at 11 o'clock a.m. We are excited and ready to do another episode of the Relentlessly Real Podcast. So welcome to the Relentlessly Real Podcast, where we discuss real, raw, and relatable topics. Thank you for taking time to listen to our podcast today. Let's kick this off with some introductions. My name is John.
And as always, I'm Terrence.
Still Terrence. We don't have our boy Mike here today. He's doing something. I have no idea what he's doing, but he's not here. But you know, he's definitely missed whenever he's not a part of the podcast.
Dr. Mike is probably doing something to advance his career. So
Yeah.
hopefully he can slot me some money. I want the money. So
Yeah, I mean,
my boy,
honestly,
like, you know.
Yeah, as much as we care about him, we care more about what money he's gonna make in his businesses and stuff that he does. So yeah, we definitely want to get that bread from him. But listen, guys, we have another amazing podcast today. We're excited about the topics. The topics are hilarious, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this episode like you do every week. We always come here 11 o'clock a.m. Saturday mornings to give you the laughs. What up, T? What you gotta say?
Listen, I need everyone to stop and post this on your page. Have your followers follow a Relentless Real Podcast just by streaming this episode that they're about to witness right now.
I see what you're doing, T.
Yeah,
Have your followers follow us.
There you go. Have your people, like, you know,
Well, our people.
Yeah, because we are besties.
We are friends at this point. We talk about everything together. We're together. We're friends. So listen, since we do that, and since that's what we do here, I want to make sure we start off with an amazing first question. So, my question of the day is, let me be clear, guys.
Oh,
T or Mike or whoever, they never know what the questions are going to be. We all find it out together. So, hey, let's wake it on up this morning. Let's get some hi, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me know that you're in there through the comments. You know what I'm saying? That would be really, really dope. But listen, would you rather eat after somebody you don't know or eat something off the floor?
Oh, it's
an easy one to you, huh? You thought about
COVID, like
in the season of COVID. Would you rather eat after somebody you don't know? You don't know what kind of cleanliness or how their hygiene situation is going. You don't know. Or would you rather just eat something off the floor?
And there's no money involved here, right?
There's zero money. You just have to choose between bad and worse.
I'm probably somebody I don't know, because I feel
Wow.
like, and the reason why is at that point I'm only dealing with just them. If it's the floor, it's like I have now transitioned to like a dog level. Like,
yes, you're eating off the floor. I've
I
walked
can't-
there, I've sat there, I've laid there, and you're gonna eat after I've done all those things.
I guess the question is whose floor?
No, it's not a question. Does it matter whose floor?
It does, because like where
Okay.
am I at?
Bathroom floor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
The bathroom floor.
We're now friends. We're now whoever that is. Hey, are you vaccinated? Are you vaccinated?
You can't ask no questions. You gotta eat after them. I think it's a dope idea. So I would probably do like how you're saying. I would just go ahead and the floor does matter, Jamal. You're right. But I would just eat after somebody else. I don't know who. Now I have to ask, are they white or are they black? If I'm eating after them, I gotta ask.
Why?
I don't know if I want to. I love y'all, but I don't know if I want to eat after a white person. I just don't know. I don't know, T.
What?
Am I racist? I don't know. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not. I'm
You
not
trickled
racist.
into a
Did I fall into
Yes,
racism just now?
race season into.
I don't eat after certain ethnicities, if you will.
I don't eat after nobody. So like, look. I don't eat after like. No, if TJ take a bite of my food, that's my son. You can have it, bruh.
Yeah.
You can have it. It's now yours.
And thank you guys for chiming in and saying it's a fair thought that if it's a white person,
Oh my God.
I might actually be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and die. I'm just going to die.
I don't know, because to me it's all about it's. This may be kind of petty, but where are we? Because I'm sorry, if we're in Towson
Mhm.
versus Greenmount,
I don't know what Greenmount is.
Okay, North Avenue.
Is that Baltimore?
It is in Baltimore. Okay, so
Okay.
are we
The whole
talking-
area of Baltimore, I wouldn't eat after. I just want to
so
make that clear.
Towson or Southeast DC? I don't
Oh,
care
wow.
what color they are in Towson. I will eat after you, no matter the race, versus Southeast DC.
Yeah, it would definitely be a day of fasting. We won't be eating that day.
Hey, shout out to Muhammad.
Yeah, we have limited choices of what to eat. So that's just. I just want to make sure I've asked that question of you. I need to know how, where you are on the spectrum of hygiene. And apparently, Terrence doesn't care about anything. He'll eat after anybody. I don't know.
That's not what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The opposite. I'm choosing the person, not the floor. Like
Not the floor. The
no.
person. I think I'm choosing people. I trust y'all more than I trust the floor. So I just want to be clear that that's a disgusting either or. Like either way, if I see you do it either way, I'm disgusted by you. Like I'm looking at you do it. I don't like it. Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have the 5 second rule. At your,
you know what? I actually do have the 5 second rule. I would even say 7 second to 10-second rule.
So it depends on what it is, though. Can we be honest with everybody who's on this?
That's true.
It depends on what I'm eating, whether the rule counts. Because if I've just paid $60 for this steak,
we eating off the floor. I'm eating at the floor. I'm cutting my steak on the floor.
But if I drop the Dorito,
yeah,
you can have the floor. You can have the Dorito. Like
Terrence, you know what? You have made a great point. It matters what the actual food item is. If it's something that's expensive, then I will eat that steak on the floor.
5 seconds, like 10, like I'm picking up something.
I think. So when we talk about floor spaces, they do matter. I don't want to act like that doesn't matter, because if we're saying a bathroom floor versus like a kitchen floor, those are two different levels of degrees of disgusting, right? Like it's just
the
different.
better question is, why are you taking your food in the bathroom?
that is a more problematic thought. Now that you bring that up,
were you that hungry? You're like, I'll be right back. But this is good.
But you know how this is the last thing I'll bring to this conversation. You know how you're eating something that might have like spaghetti versus something that's like a piece of chicken. I feel like chicken I'll pick up off the floor, 5 second rule, no problem. But spaghetti, the mushiness, all that. You don't know what got grabbed up by the floor into your spaghetti. Now you got it. No, I don't want to say what you got, but it's nasty. It's gross.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So chicken, I'm like,
his noodles and his hair now mixed in with the noodles.
I said I didn't want to be specific, Terrence. So you go and be specific on top of that. Yes. So it's a wrap. We're not touching that with that's just disgusting. Okay. So I think as a family, as a Relentlessly Real podcast family, I think we're all saying
we're done.
We're eating after people.
Mike picks the floor. He's not here. He don't get a vote. So Mike picks the floor.
Mike is disgusting. He's eating off the floor. Yeah. So look, we're going to jump right into our topics today because we have a bunch of things that are going on that we want to make sure we hit. And so the first topic is, this happened in California, yo. A corrections officer with a depraved mind, they say, who cut a hole in her pants for sex with inmate in front of 11 other prisoners is jailed for 7 months. She cut a hole, Terrence.
This could be this technically is an episode of The Earth is Ghetto.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Hold on. This is a former correctional officer at the Fresno County Jail, has been sentenced for a sexual relationship she had with an inmate. Tina Gonzalez, 27, was given 2 years probation and 7 months in jail. Staff at the jail received a tip that a male inmate had a cell phone and had been involved in a sexual relationship with Gonzalez. Following a search of the inmate's cell, investigators found the cell phone and more evidence supporting that allegations made against Gonzalez. Gonzalez began working as a correctional officer in September 2016 and resigned following an interview with detectives in December 2019. So apparently she had cut a hole in her pants and literally is getting banged out. And the 11 other inmates are watching her have sex with this said inmate. What is happening in the Earth is Ghetto today, Terry? I am disgusted. What are we doing?
I mean,
are we okay with this? Is this something we just let pass?
I mean, the inmates are okay with this. They're good. Like they're like, yo, porn. Look. United Sheets of America. They are ready.
Bro,
okay.
When I heard this story, I'm like, and the first thing I thought of, I'm like, you're walking around. It's hot. Okay, you're in California. You got a hole in your crotch where you don't clearly have panties on. Okay, so somebody don't sit there at the lunchroom like, y'all don't smell that fish. Y'all don't smell something cooking. Y'all don't smell that. Y'all don't smell what's going on here. So whole time her coochie is out to play, right? And she's walking around the jail just, come on, inmate number 3, 4, 7, 10, 12. And
was it multiple?
She only did one, they said.
Okay.
She only did one.
But she had a show.
She let multiple watch while she did that one.
Do what you love. Look.
Yeah. I mean, I am disgusted by her. And I'm just learning that women are way more disgusting than we are. I think
that's right, Marquita. Maybe she's hot. Maybe she was just hot.
What, hot? Like hot in the pants? Like what she means? Not hot.
No, I thought maybe she was like just hot. Like it's bad. Like she just needs some breathing room. Like
Yeah, I am disgusted by her. I couldn't believe she did it, and I'm glad that they jailed her. But
she only got 7 months though. So
7 months. That's a very weak response for just walking around with a coochie out in a hole in your pants
and banging inmates
banging inmates. I think she's giving them phones and all that.
She's speaking in contraband.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you do all that, I'm like, yo, you definitely need to be arrested. Like you need to be. So I don't know. This maybe.
The question is, will somebody return the same favor for her during her 7 months?
But she's gonna be getting banged out without the hole in her pants, so she's gonna get a nice whopping of that when in the girls' cell. But this is very uncomfortable to hear. I was like, I didn't know people out here just be doing stuff like that.
Apparently.
So I don't know, T. I think it's something that we gotta be concerned about as we deal with women who are disgusting and they just do what they want to do, putting holes everywhere.
Shout out to the inmates though for like finding a way to make it happen, even behind the bars. Like
I agree.
By any means necessary.
Any means necessary. And other prison news, because apparently the prisons is where it's happening at. This happened, and it's unfortunately under the Wendy Williams. So don't get too mad at me, Terrence, for having Wendy Williams be the one to do it. But this is what happened. You guys just check this out right here.
Going on. Who now?
All right, we saw enough of that.
Wait.
So Linnell was trying to boost morale for the prisoners and decided to let her titties hang out. And that happened this week as well. So apparently prisons are getting a lot of play this week.
How are they on phones?
What kind of prisons are we at?
Are we TikToking in the prison? Is that what we do?
Apparently prison, you're not really in prison. That's what I'm learning. Like, you're not really in prison because they're just out here having FaceTime lives and all that. And she showed she showed her boobs.
She's going to boost her. Like, she's boosting the morale with her.
She's boosting morale
with them orangutan. Okay,
with them. Yeah. So she got them excited. The footage didn't show there, but I saw footage where the guys are sitting there, and they're all licking their chops, like, ooh, So I'm imagining, honestly, T. Let's just frame this out correctly, right? T, you're in prison, right? It's been 5 years. I think you see that boob, you might be like, you know what? I like it. I like it. I like it. Show me them again. That's what I'm thinking for you.
It's Linnell.
I'm just saying. Otherwise, you're getting banged out by
the only action that I'm getting.
Yeah. Otherwise, Tariq is banging you out. Like, that's your options. Tariq, or is it Linnell showing her boob? You know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah, so I'm a opt for action.
This is just like a floor versus somebody else conversation. It's exactly the same.
This is definitely a floor versus toilet water conversation.
It's all good.
What are you about to say? I thought you were about to say something else.
Listen, if that's the action I'm getting, I hope it finds me.
I hope it finds you too. Linnell's going to show you what time it is. Look, and it's going to be okay.
It's pretty bad.
In other news, I know you guys probably heard about Richard Sherman, but if you haven't, here is the 911 footage of what went down. And Terrence,
we want to talk about this. I want you to listen to the call, and I want everyone's thoughts on we know, but Richard, what are your thoughts about the way this dispatcher handled the conversation?
All right, here we go.
911, what are you reporting?
I need officers to my house now. My husband is drunk and threatening to kill himself.
Stop. What's the address? Are there any weapons? Stop.
No, there's no gun. I'm saying there are no weapons, ma'am. There are no weapons.
You need to stop interrupting me so I can get the information I need to get officers expedited.
I need officers here now.
What's he doing that you think he's going to harm himself?
He's being aggressive. He has sent text messages. I took the keys out. They're in your car. He's trying to leave now in the house. He's being aggressive. He's wrestling with my uncle. He's threatening to kill himself. He has sent text messages to people saying he's going to hang himself. He's saying that if the police show up, so please don't shoot is what I'm asking.
Okay, wait. Say that again.
He has no weapon.
He says if the police show up,
he said if the police show up, that he'll try to fight them. So they need to understand that he is.
Okay. Listen, just what's your phone number there? Okay, and has it been physical with anybody there? You said he's trying to fight your uncle?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
How has it been physical?
He just tried to fight him.
Okay, trying to fight somebody and actually being physical is two different things. How has it been physical?
Oh my gosh. Lady.
He's pulling out now. He's trying to leave. He's leaving
what
in
kind
the
of
Maybach.
car? What kind of car?
It's a 2016 black Mercedes BBB3425. Richard, please stop.
Boy. Hello.
BBB3425. Richard, please stop. Please stop.
Is that a sedan, SUV?
It's just a black sedan Mercedes SUV.
Yo, she's the worst dispatcher ever.
The gate. I cut it off.
What do you mean you cut it off?
I cut the gate. We live behind it. It's Richard Sherman. Like, ma'am, this is like emergency. I need officers here
listen
now.
to me. I'm handling this. You need to stop telling me that.
I'll tell you what I'm
not going to slow help down.
Talking
to me is not going to slow help down.
Okay. Well, what I need to know is that he.
What's your name?
My name is Ashley Sherman.
Okay, so we can start.
Okay.
This is ridiculous, Terrence. So the level, I'm listening to this and I'm trying to like get a grasp of what was going on because I've seen the tape of him banging the door.
Right.
I just became so frustrated with this dispatcher.
Yeah.
Like, what
What are
kind
you
of
doing?
training?
What
Like,
level of urgency do you have? Because you don't seem to care at all. She's like, so hold on, he's doing what now?
this had
What are you doing? Hurry up.
Does anybody know if she's been fired yet? I just
Yeah.
want to know if she's been fired yet.
I'm sure it's viral and they're probably gonna do it. You're probably gonna fire her, honestly.
This was annoying.
She's like, lady, I'm handling this. All right. Now slow down. Don't interrupt me when I'm trying. Trick, he's trying to kill us. Like, what is hurry up? Like, what are you yo? Like it's like
I
it's
would have hung
Richard
up like
Sherman.
I got
It's not Jonathan Jones, it's Richard Sherman.
If you don't know who Richard Sherman is, you should not be working in Washington. Like
he's like, I understand it's Richard Sherman. Ma'am, you clearly don't understand. It is urgent that you come here now. Like, yo, what are you doing?
He was getting on my last nerves. I just want to like
that's a tough one.
I would hang up and call. I would hang up. Like, you know what? I'm calling back. I'm hanging up and calling.
Question that I'm hanging up and moving on. Because you're in a space where he's like, yo, you're not helping me, and this person is hurt. So I saw the footage. I don't know if you guys saw the footage, but essentially he's trying to break into his in-laws' house, from what I understand. And it was just a lot of like, yo, was he drunk or was
he was drunk? But so we talk about this. He was drunk. I mean, he definitely was above the alcohol limit. However, and I'm glad he did apologize for it. Like, he has to save face. He had to apologize, which I believe was honest. But there's something else behind that happened between him and his family. It's a domestic issue that I'm hoping will come out eventually. But you can't say that because otherwise you're like, you're casting blame. Richard Sherman is a Stanford graduate, highly educated, very calculated, very usually really reserved, can handle himself very well. Yeah. If he went like this, he has in my opinion, in my research, he has no history of mental illness.
Right.
And so something happened. And if you're this level of mad, even being drunk, something happened. And then it makes sense between that family to go to your in-laws' house. And so and his wife, I got appreciate her. She's like, no matter what's going on between us, I know if I call the police, it's going to be it's like something happened to you. Yeah. And so I'm like, let me just calm down and let me just let the police know, please don't shoot him. He needs to calm down, but don't kill him. And so hats off to her doing that. Yeah. Hats off her doing that. She wasn't going to be like, well, if he dies, he dies. Yeah. She was very like, hats off to her.
No, really. I agree with that. There was another thing that took place that I want to shed some light on. This Good Morning Beautiful that we've always talked about within the podcast.
Good Morning Beautiful.
This particular text thing, it was like, yo, good morning, Dana. Not going to say beautiful. I'm sure you get enough of that. LOL. I hope you have a great day. And she says, good morning. What other people do for me shouldn't change what you do, but okay, you have a great day too. And he says, it's just weird falling in line with other niggas calling you beautiful. I am beautiful. She says, men, women, and children tell me laughing my AO off, or it's nothing I can do about that. And it was a big thing because she said how insecure people are talking in these pre-talking stages. People were just kind of like, yo, what's up with these people that are keep like with good morning beautiful, trying to be different. He sounds stupid, trying to be different, all that stuff. Like, I get it. So I was just sitting there, I was like, I get that someone's trying to be like different in their approach with the good morning beautiful, but I felt a way about this guy going out of his way to be different. And I wanted to know what your thoughts were on that one.
I'm just I agree. I do feel the way he's going out of his way to try to be different.
Yeah.
And I get that. But I think I also have a problem with her like reading too much into it.
Yeah.
It's just not that deep. Can we just get back to regular just good morning?
Why we say that though? Why we say good morning beautiful? Like why we do that? I don't like it. I never did
like it either. I think it's becoming cliche.
Yeah.
But like I think it's a way. In some regards, it's the person acknowledging that they find you attractive and they're just saying good morning to you.
Yeah,
I think but I think I get it. If everybody starts using it, I 100% get it. It does lose its.
It's not good anymore. Stop.
It's not.
Why can't you just say good morning? Like, why?
He tried to fix it. He did say like and she let him have it.
Yeah, she did. I get it why women don't want it, but I just feel like in general it's just weird that we keep doing this good morning beautiful stuff. So I think men, let it die. Let good morning beautiful just pass away.
Can we do hey yous? Are we doing hey
I like the good old you up. I like that. I think that's a good one.
That's so ratchet.
A good you up is like, yo.
You up?
Know, you up? What you doing?
That sounds like a booty call. Wait.
That does sound like a, there's no, yeah.
You up?
So speaking of a text thread, this one I liked a lot, Terrence. I wanted to get y'all feedback on this one. Please look at this. This one's great. Hey, Sasha told me that to text is Jana. And he's like, hey, that was 3 days ago. Sorry, I've been busy. It's all good, shorty. You busy Friday night. Actually, I'm off on Fridays. Cool. I would love to take you out if I'm not too forward. That sounds nice. Where are we going? There's this new restaurant downtown called Sweet Peach. I would love to try it. You there? He's like, sorry, my bad. I was looking at Sweet Peach. It's a bit expensive now. Not gonna lie. Apps start off at $60. I was thinking I'll cook for you. My condo has a nice deck with a view. And she's like, honestly, I'm tired of being cooped up in my house. I want to get out. What's your budget then? I want to go out. Sorry. We wouldn't be inside. I have a rooftop view. We would be out. If that doesn't work, there's a Ruby Tuesdays not too far from me. Is that okay? She's like, Ruby Tuesdays? No, that wouldn't work. There's they're on Grubhub, sir. And he's like, so is Sweet Peach. Ha ha ha. And she's like, are you trying to be funny? And he's like, I was replying to your joke. So yes, I was trying to be funny or make you laugh. They're on Grubhub. I looked. Does Ruby Tuesdays work? And then she says, I'll actually be busy. I forgot. I told my coworker I'll take her shift Friday. I'll be too tired. And then he said, since you said no to Ruby Tuesdays, I called Sweet Peach and made the reservations, though. I'll cancel. Sorry you have to work, shorty. Have a good night. Wait, I can tell her I'm sick. Let me call her. Don't cancel. You couldn't tell her you were sick for Ruby Tuesdays, though. I don't think of it. I didn't think of it then. Sorry, I'm all good now. What time Friday? 7:61. Huh? You mean 7 p.m.? 7:61 doesn't exist. That reservation didn't either. Have a good night. Woo!
So, so here's my thing. You already lost points when you admitted your budget. Let me be very clear.
Yeah.
And I want the ladies to go ahead and comment.
Y'all got to talk. Y'all got to talk to me on this one. This was funny.
Does he lose points immediately?
Yeah.
For announcing his budget? Yeah. So, because let me tell you something. What he admitted was the truth. He can't afford that.
Yeah.
But what it comes across is she's not worth it. So
I don't know though. If he really don't got the budget for it,
trying to listen. We know that. I'm trying to tell you what was communicated is I'm not spending that joint on you.
So let me ask this. Should he have said, I don't have the bread right now for that?
No,
but let me finish. Should he have said, I don't got the bread right now for that, but I will save up so I can take you there? Does that express I care for you and I want this to happen for you?
Not on a first date. That's a relationship conversation. That's a relationship conversation. I can say that to Tanisha.
Yeah.
You can say that to Jovita.
Yeah.
Like you can't say that.
You can't say that at a first date.
Nah, bro. Nah, you can't say that. Like
I'm with Marquita. She said I don't mind a budget, but Ruby Tuesdays gives me trailer park vibes.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby Tuesdays is lower than Fridays. Can I say that?
It is lower than Fridays. They don't even have them. Friday's a good happy hour. It's actually legit.
Yeah,
that's a good meetup. That's not a date. That's like Ruby Tuesday. Fridays is a meetup. Like let's link.
Fridays is a meetup. Fridays is a meetup, and there's a bunch of us, and we don't have money. We just all are in the same.
And I got you, and I'm still gonna get you.
Yeah. We're going to. Yeah, but Fridays and Ruby Tuesdays are not the same. I think Ruby Tuesdays is a little bit above Chick-fil-A. Okay,
Ruby
maybe
Tuesdays
McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's McDonald's and then Ruby. Ruby Tuesdays is right there.
They closed the ones around here.
They got we in Clinton. They still got
we don't have none.
They like we will keep this Ruby, and somehow it stays open. So somebody's keeping it in business. I don't know who.
I don't know.
People are rolling up to Ruby Tuesdays left and right.
I'm giving him points that he was making it clear that he was going to pay. Did we get any points for that? Because he made it clear.
Honestly, okay. Thank you, Terrence. Because first date energy is we splitting. I don't know you, and you don't know me.
Is that first date energy?
Yes, we split the bill. We don't know each other. Why I gotta take you out?
That's a good talk. That's a good debate.
Why I gotta take you out? We both don't know each other. I'm
letting you know right now. If TJ goes out with a girl, he's at least a good decade from going out with a young lady. He better not split no bill. I'm like, bro, I raised you better than that. You better not split no bill, bro. I will give you the money to take her out.
Alicia
You ain't splitting nothing.
Yo, Alicia said he doesn't lose points to me. That date on the rooftop sounds nice to me. Shrugs, but if I don't know him, I'm not going to his house. So yeah, that's a weird situation because I feel like he could have been like trying to get her to to get there so he can smash. But
yes,
I mean, a rooftop situation is nice. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. But I just think that he should get points. Like Jamal said, that you get points for offering to cook for. That's nice. That's nice. But
I agree, but not like. But you can't when you invite a girl to your house before y'all even gone out. That just screams I'm trying to smash.
So can you invite a girl to your house off the first date?
You gotta ask the ladies. I think that means you're trying to smash. I think it means you're trying to smash.
Under no circumstances can you invite somebody to your. He seems like some men are emotional, right? Some men are like, I'm gonna have the whole music soul child situation going on. I got the flowers on the table. You know what I'm saying? I got the nice aroma of food, and we're gonna go out on the deck and look at the birds. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't out here trying to get a booty call all the time, Terrence. Like Alicia said, I agree with Terrence. Okay, she disagrees with me. It does sound like a booty call, but it doesn't.
But he offered to pay, it
don't have to be a booty call every time somebody asks somebody to come over, man. Like we got to be better than this, man.
He went from like $100 meal to McDonald's. Like
Ruby Tuesdays is not McDonald's.
It's the same, bro. It's like
Ruby Tuesdays has a salad bar. It has that salad bar.
Oh, okay.
Which I think will raise it a little bit higher than McDonald's.
Okay, so does Shoney's. So
not Shoney's.
He should have took her to
Shoney's.
Shoney's.
Out of business.
They are out of business.
Oh, they are out of business. I'm about to say I haven't seen Shoney's in years.
Exactly. So imagine. So John, imagine somebody saying, "Yo, like a dude comes to take out your daughter." He's like, "Yeah, we going to Shoney's."
I would say, sir, you're not. You're leaving, and she's staying here. But I would not be mad at my daughters having money to take care of themselves.
Me either. I'm not mad at that.
So this I'm sorry, Marquis said, you mean COVID bar? Yeah. Well, listen, okay. They might have their gloves, they might have their but they don't got no gloves there. They did a COVID super spreader event at Ruby Tuesdays right now. But the reality is, Tory Lanez has said some comment about obviously his tax record is different and he pays for women, or women are like in his circle. He's like, yo, women in his circle want to have, Chanel bags, Gucci bags, whatever. And they're like, yo, can you buy me a Chanel bag? Can you buy me a Gucci bag? And he's like, girl, you need to be in my tax bracket to be even ask me stuff like that. Like, you should be able to provide your own. And it was this big question of whether he, somebody that's a multimillionaire, should be paying for bags for another girl or whatever the case may be. So it's always this kind of thing, this tension that happens, right? Because we talk about how women are like, I'm of my own, I do my own, I'm every woman, I don't need no man. Which one is it? You don't need no man? Or is it, no, provide for me, take care of me, take me out on my first date and pay for me and sweet dime me all the way through? Which one is it?
I'm first date. I'm old school. I don't think you should be going, as somebody, I think it was Ashley said Dutch. I don't think you should be going Dutch on the first date. I think Dutch on the first date is like off limits. Now,
why would it be off limits, T?
I just think it's off limits.
Why?
I said I'm old school. I just feel like, I feel like as the dude, you should be paying for her meal. Like you should.
Why? You're not
because you're taking her out. You are taking her out.
You're not.
It's a date. You're taking her out.
Just because we both agree mutually that we want to go on a date does not mean I'm taking her out on a date. You believe in old school, antiquated systems that are no longer in place because women say they got it now. They say, I got my own bill, I got my own this, I got my own toy, sex toys. I can do myself. I don't even need a nigga. That's what they say. So either you want it this way or you want to be taken care of. Which one y'all want?
Well, I'm pretty sure she got her own.
I see y'all in the comments. Yes, Tory Lanez did shoot Meg. I'm not bringing that into the conversation. Go ahead, T.
I'm saying she got her own Ruby Tuesdays, so she should be good.
Who?
The girl in that text, she got her own Ruby. She got Ruby Tuesdays.
All I'm saying is I'm kind of tired of women saying they got their own this, their own that. And then when it comes time to pay for things, they're like, oh, you want me to pay? No, you said you got it. You can't have it both ways. You can't say I got it and I can do my own.
I feel like you should start paying once we are in a relationship. That's just my energy.
There have been weird tensions. I have had friends that have had weird tensions with men when they go out on dates because they don't know how to broach the subject of who's paying, when, right? So like if he asks you to go out, how many dates before you should start either paying the full bill or going half?
I just think if you reach for the check, you should be able to pay for it.
Okay.
Ooh.
What if who reached for the check? Because I know how it is when I was, when you dating, you sitting there like, man, this is so nice. I love it. And thank you for bringing me here, Brian. And he's sitting there like, yeah, it was nice. Y'all both looking at that check like, who gonna grab this mother effer check though? Like real life.
If I'm old school, if it's a date, we're not going Dutch. I'm taking you out on a date. And nothing should be not. Oh, maybe I should change it up. If I enjoyed the date, if I did not enjoy the date and I have no purpose on seeing you past this date, we can go Dutch. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
we can go Dutch, or you can pay.
So you're saying if I don't care about the girl, then I'll go Dutch.
Yes,
but if you care about the girl, you should do all you can.
Once it's solid, I think we should. Once it's solid, we should relationship like we have a title or we're officially talking, and you got your own stuff.
Yeah.
Like it depends. If I know, like if you bringing in a substantial amount of income and I'm always paying, I think I'm doing, I'm not saying that I can't afford it or I don't want to.
Yeah.
I think what I'm judging is your willingness to support, to be my partner. If you don't, that's what I'm judging. You got your job, you got your own place, your own car, and I'm the only one that's always paying. You never even offer.
Yeah, but how long does that last? That's what I'm saying. How long before, like, if you start off paying, how many dates before she should pay? Like, you're on your 5th date and she still ain't reaching for the check. Are you good with that? I'm cool with
date 5. I think I'm more so once we've transitioned to we're actually going someplace and building something.
Okay,
but I would tell you,
some people are not cool with that. Some people are not cool with that.
I agree, and I get it. Listen, I get it.
Because Alicia says, don't ask me out anywhere you're not paying if we're dating.
I agree.
And then Marquita says, if my date don't reach, I'm going to ask the waitress to split it. That's hilarious. Separate checks, please. Come over here and get this check. I want to say, Jamal, you should take her out to something you can afford. I agree.
Yeah,
Ruby Tuesdays is open.
Don't tell her. Don't even tell her where you're going. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's a surprise, and then when she gets Ruby Tuesdays, this is a surprise. Like, I surprised you. You didn't think we would. You didn't think we would.
What if he asks to split
at Ruby Tuesdays?
Can you go?
You should leave him there if he decides. If he asks you to split at Ruby Tuesdays, you should leave him there. In other news, I don't want to go to this one. This was stupid. I'll go to something else. In other news, there was one other thing. I think it was the T-Pain one I want to get to.
Yes.
Where T-Pain, y'all saw the joke where T-Pain went off about.
I was with all this energy.
You felt him on that?
100%. If you have not seen this joint was amazing.
There we go. Here he is.
Do something else. Just God damn it. Do some different music. We have all this that you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally 2 with baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else. Do something else. That's it. That's all we want. Do something else. Holy shit. Do something else. Holy shit. Stop sending me this bullshit.
Yo, he went
enough
off. He's upset. Like, he's like, you know what? If one more person with baby in their name sends me the same track that sounds the same, I'm losing it.
What I'm worried about is imagine the person who sent him something in his DM and then 10 seconds later he posted that. He's talking to you.
You, sir. You who sent him that. He's sick of it. And honestly, I'm sick of it too. I'm with T-Pain. T-Pain's like, look, y'all have worn this out. Okay, we're done. And the industry be like, oh, another track that sounds exactly the same? Please do. All the stations that play it, please play it. And I feel his energy so much.
Listen, I like what Jam said. I am 100% with T-Pain injuries. And this, when we had the podcast that they don't do it like they used to, and this could be us. Rest in peace to Biz Markie. While we had a moment to say, like, I know he died yesterday. Yeah. Rest in peace to Biz Markie, who was like he was just like all around
He
dope.
did Bombastic, right?
Yeah, and a good
Mr.
person.
Bombastic.
Yeah, and he was a good person. Like
Yeah.
Bismarcky was amazing.
Yeah.
But my issue is just that I don't think there are any new artists that are doing anything different. I will bow down to the baby. I will say that the baby
you think
and
he's
Lil
doing something
Baby.
different?
I don't think he's
Baby?
different, but I will admit that he at least has talent. And I admit that he has talent. I believe I do think Lil Baby and the baby are first of all.
I don't know which one is who. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Let me be
Baby
very clear.
versus
I
Lil
didn't know
Baby.
they were two different people until about a month ago. So
Okay.
you all can feel free to judge me if you want this podcast.
Same. I'm
judge
sitting
me.
here.
I didn't know they were two different people. I didn't even know what they looked like to the other day. So I had, but I admit when I put
You
their
are
videos on-
officially an old man. Like we are
I'm
both
old.
sitting here,
Yeah.
old as crap. Like I don't even know what he looked like. I don't even know.
I like, but I like. He's dope. There's nobody else.
Yeah.
There's nobody else.
Who's your top 5 rappers? Go.
Like right now
Right now.
that are active right now. J.
That
Cole.
you listen to on a regular. Your top 5.
I don't listen to none of them on a regular.
All right, what's your top 5?
None of them.
Give me your top 5.
J. Cole.
Okay.
Dylon, and Dylon. That's my top 5.
Yo, give me your top 5. I got yo, Eminem's in my top 5.
But right now,
Still.
no, he's a top 5 of
Of all
time.
time. Of all,
But his music's
all right, not
yeah.
right now. They're top 5 of all time.
Oh yeah, top 5 of all
time.
time is Eminem's number. Eminem is number 1. Like he's easily. I would say Eminem. Biggie probably is on there. Honestly, I'm not saying top 5 rap. Well, Drake. I think Drake is on there. I'm be honest. Drake is on there. Top 5. He has to be. I think Luda is underrated.
Luda?
I think Luda.
I'm not in your top 5.
He's not in my top 5. But what I want to say is, as far as music that I enjoyed, Luda was so underrated as far as music that you dropped that you enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed his music and his videos. So when I think about top 5, is who do I actually like listen to? Like I can put on and enjoy it in a heartbeat. I mean, he might be in my top 10. Nas is in my top 5. Nas
in your top 5. So
Nas is in my top 5. He might be number 4.
Number 4. Who's your 5th? Because you didn't have
Jay-Z's not in my top 5 of rap. Look,
you are ridiculous.
Let me finish.
No.
Lyrical skills. I'm not talking about influence on the culture. Hip hop. We're talking about rapping. Lyrical skills.
You're
culture
crazy.
is different. Jay-Z, if you're talking about like tip top hip hop artists, Jay-Z's probably on the Mount Rushmore. He's number 1.
Okay.
But if you're talking about just lyrical talent, I don't think he's not on my list of people who had like the best lyrical talent.
So I don't know who Moneybagg Yo is. Yes, you are.
Don't
ghetto.
know who he is.
I don't even know who he is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know where to even begin.
That's why I feel T-Pain's energy. Like, so honestly, this is a conversation I want to have for a while. People complain about Meg and Cardi, right? Meg and Cardi all along. Like, but if you name 10 rappers out right now without naming Meg and Cardi, can you do it?
10 female.
10 rappers, period, that are legit, that are relatively within the past 5 years. Within the past 5 years, and you can't name Megan Cardi.
Oh, I like Alicia said Q-Tip is in her top 5. Now that's an interesting
Black Thought is Nicki too. Black Thought is that's talent. He's lyrical talent. But his music didn't go as far, but he can as far as skills, Black Thought is way up there as far as skills.
You like Lil Dicky, right?
Lil Dicky is dope.
Y'all, Lil Dicky is dope.
Lil Dicky is dope. Pause. I feel like we need to say pause.
No, I'm gonna say that's his name. Dicky.
Shout out to this show, Dave, which is hilarious too.
Yeah.
But Lil Dicky is dope.
Yeah, he can rap like a mug. Like in all seriousness. But my top 5, of course, Jay-Z's in my top 5. Drake's in my top 5. I would even put back in the day, Lil Wayne was in my top 5.
Yeah.
Eminem's obviously in my top 5. And I don't know who my 5th person would be. I wouldn't say Nas. I don't know who my 5th person would be. That's a tough one. I like Cardi B a lot. I actually like her a lot.
I was Cardi B. I have to admit, I think Meg is. Both of them are bringing it. You can see what you want.
They bought Tupac. Tupac in the game.
Nah, that's
you don't bring Tupac in there?
Hip hop. He belongs to my list with hip hop.
Common,
Jay-Z,
not. Yeah, y'all right. Y'all, you're right.
Andre 3000 Jam. Okay,
yeah,
Jam.
y'all
okay,
bringing some people that are. It's just kind of difficult. I'm talking about mainstream. It's kind of hard, but I mean.
But notice how none of them are the rappers of the day.
No.
Jay-Z
can come and go. No, Jay-Z can come and go. You know he can. He at 50, he still can rap.
No one's listening to him.
That's not true.
Okay.
They're not as many as what
we
was.
listen to him.
No, I said as many, not as many as I'm not mainstream. No, he's still a GOAT though. Come on, man. You're gonna you put respect on Jay-Z's name. You're not gonna just dog him out like he's not a rapper.
He's on my list. I just think rap is a genre that is moved by the youth, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's why T-Pain is frustrated because as a producer, they're trash.
Yeah, he can't take it no more. Y'all see Karen? Y'all see her acting up? Huh?
Oh God, no, excuse. Now you are. Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this?
I love black people.
Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God. Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God.
Why is she 3 years old right now?
She's cradling.
You did what you did. Oh my God. This don't even feel real. This do not feel real.
Yo, the amount of non-care that the workers had. I'll take you over here, next customer. They just moved on while this woman had a.
So the police pulled the black lady up, was asking her to leave too.
Oh, they asked her. The
police were asking the black lady to leave, and I saw a video, a following video, and they weren't even asking. Like she was like, "But what about her?"
Yeah,
like she attacked me, like blah blah blah. Like it's just, I was over that. Like, why I love black people. I think in social media sometimes it's funny how trending Karen has become. Yeah, like no one will name their daughter Karen from no. Like at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, truly, that lady just had a complete meltdown, and it just let me know like people are really struggling here in these COVID streets because this woman just literally laid on the floor. If I saw the whole video, I'm not gonna play.
She's shaking like
she's shaking. It's like you're losing your and meanwhile. All the employees, I'll help you over here, ma'am. Yeah, step over her. I'll help you over here. Like they just don't even care that this lady's having this breakdown. So I thought that was hilarious, and I know we all saw that transpire this week, so I had to share. Terrence had this video that he wanted us all to see, so let's check it out.
I just want you to watch.
I've never seen it, y'all. I've never seen it.
Just watch it, and I want initial reactions.
Let's get it.
Why is it?
That is hot.
You can stop it. You can stop it. That was it.
Okay, I'm like, done, nigga.
So it was the thing about that video was I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, why is he posting a video about him eating a smoked like turkey leg and macaroni and cheese? And the level of attempt to try to eat hot food and how usually you're successful.
No, his guy, he dropped the entire thing.
Successful.
He was losing.
Shout out to whoever cooked that, whoever smoked that turkey though. That joint.
It looked amazing.
There was no steam coming off of it until he bit into that joint.
Terrence, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish.
No, good. He's and he was struggling. Dying. So the video is like 10 minutes long. Yeah. It took him 8 minutes to go back to that turkey.
Oh my God. It had to cool off? Was it's a live stream?
He's
still like why did he just cut the camera off? Like
bro, I was dying at that chicken leg, man.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I have a question for you, T.
Okay.
If you now, this would never happen, so I want to make sure I say that disclaimer out front. And I love Tanisha, you know, that's your girl. But if you were to happen to find, you know, Tanisha with another man, would this be your response? This happened the other day.
What are you doing?
I want you to see from the beginning. I don't know why I played from there, but
what happened?
I'm gonna show you in a second. It's gonna restart in a second. This is viral. But allegedly, the boyfriend finds his girlfriend with another man and ends in a speech chase. You'll see it's about to restart right now.
And they all just took off.
So it's about to restart. I want you to see this at the top. It's crazy. And they just literally like rode it into the yard. Like it was just
this.
Oh, you never saw this one?
I've never seen this.
It's taking forever to start over. Start over. Let me see if it'll do it now. Here we go. Look, they driving.
Oh.
They get out the car. Dude still on 20 or 50 comes running after them. Both.
What are you doing? Get over here.
And of course, the man that owns it is upset. So I want to know, what would you do, T? You find your girl out here with another man getting taken. Let me set the stage for you, brother. She's being taken to, what'd you say? Some Topia.
Taking her to Poontopia.
Poontopia.
Smashtopolis, Splitsville.
Waxville, if you will. He's up there knocking her up. Yeah, they're knocking boots. And you come home. Do you go into a high speed chase after them and knock the car and run after them? Like where you at?
Yes. Let's go.
You're gonna do that.
Pull up. No, I'm not doing. You're
not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
You just got a new car. You're definitely doing that car.
I'm not going to prison.
Yeah, you're not doing that. I was like, this guy really
don't wreck the 1990.
He thought a good. Don't wreck the 19. Wow.
Don't be calling out his car, B. Don't be calling out his car.
Yeah, but he did it. He definitely did it. I mean, I'd be upset, but this guy, I mean, there's a level of anger that it's unparalleled for you to cause an accident, knock them into a tree, and still feel like, you know what? At that point, I'll be like, you know what? I'm overreacting. This is too much. But no, he's like, no. I'm getting out the car and I'm running after both you and my wife because y'all about to get this beat down. Listen, that would be UT?
Yeah. Pull up.
Marquita said that's me chasing them. She's like, I'm going after. I don't care.
I'm actually more mad for the homeowner.
Yeah, I know he's mad.
Yeah. They're like, no, I'm not going to prison. I'm not.
I wouldn't either. I would let it go. I would let it ride. I think I would have to beat them both in the house. I feel like I would have to make sure nobody leaves. No, we're not getting to cars and all that. No. You know, you're not going to be able to get to a vehicle. I want to make sure you're going to get this butt whooping right here and now.
I'm not losing my certification for you. Like, no.
But I could dig if something goes like that.
Yeah.
Like, you imagine you got to think about it from the perspective that you're opening the door and you're hearing the Waxville going on upstairs. So there's some anticipation of like, what's going on up here? What's happening? And you're walking up the steps and someone's taking your girl to Poontopia. What would you do, T?
Listen, you're not going to take my wife to Eggplant Station and we're not going to fight. Like,
you're going to fight. Yeah. You're going to fight. If the dude's bigger than you?
Yeah. I'm in my car, so we good. I'm not going to get out the car.
I'm with Alicia. Like, she got to come home eventually. There's stuff here that you need to get. And when you do, I'll be waiting.
Yeah, I think smart. Like, I'm not risking my certification. Like, I'm just like that.
That was an interesting situation. I just thought that was something I would never do.
What the hell is going on?
It's just an interesting situation.
But the homeowner came out with so much energy. Hey, what's going on?
He probably like woke up from a nap, like, yo, what's going on outside?
That's
like,
the worst. Like, you imagine when you sleep and you're upstairs and you hear something drop. What's happening upstairs?
Yeah. He sounded like a parent. He gave me real mad parent and energy. Like, what's that? What's all that noise going upstairs? I'll beat everything up there. Like, you know, man. He's giving me that.
He's trying to open the door. He couldn't get the door.
So I saw this on Instagram and I really loved it, which is why I wanted to share. It's Black Love, man. So listen to this. Listen to this, y'all.
We were girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe about a year into You're graduate school, I lost my job. I had always had jobs, internships and stuff, so I never had to go without.
And he's a provider. Like that's just who he is by nature. He's a person who, if we go out for drinks, he's gonna slap his card on the bar and pay for everyone's drinks. So to not be able to do that was taking a toll on him.
It was messing me up. So I was like becoming a very angry, different person in that point in time. I'm running out of money. She wants to go on double date one of her colleagues or one of her classmates. And I'm like, no, like, let's eat this Jimmy John's this weekend. Like, I'm just chilling. It's like, no, her boyfriend's coming to town. We're going out. And if you ever met this one before, she can be very much decisive and you don't have much say in it. So we go out. I'm just seeing them order up the menu. You know, we all just get a drink. I'll have the water, lemon plate. I'm just like, counting up, so I'm like, oh my God, what are we gonna do when this bill comes? That's all I could think about the entire time. I look down and I see that I had a text from her. I was like, yo, check your account. And I saw that she had quick paid me money to cover the meal so I could pull out my card as opposed to her, you know, pulling out hers. And that just like, that's crazy, bro. Like that right there, I said, when I get my life together, I'm marrying you. You don't have to think, I'm marrying you because you freaking get it, bro. You with me, what was the most humiliating moments of my life, just like she wouldn't let me lose hope.
I love that, man. I really love that. I feel like I had to share that because so often in dating and in marriage and in, you know, all that, like your bread be short. You don't have enough money to cover things. And you like, man, I need help. And to see his wife hold him down like that, I was like, man, I love that. I wanted to make sure we put that at the end of the podcast. I was like, wow, man, like it's dope when you have a spot that does that. Go ahead, T.
So here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer.
I feel like you are. I feel like
no, I'm not. I actually 100%. He better have wiped her. He should have wiped her.
Yeah,
wiped her. And I love that energy, especially while we're dating. But I will tell you that Tanisha has done this, and I think she gets mad when I say I would say don't transfer my account and don't slide me your card. If you're paying, you pay. I'm like I think I'm at the stage right now where I'm trying to normalize a partnership, normalizing like your wife like trying like paying for things and being public with it, and not make like don't try to like not hurt my ego. And so I would tell Tanisha, she'll tell you, she's like, I would say, no, if you're gonna pay, you don't gotta like you could just pay, and that's okay. No one else is in our household. So they don't know what I pay versus what you pay, and it's okay for you to cover dinner.
Did
like,
you ever care about that though? Did you ever care?
I think I don't know if I ever did. I just remember I don't know if I ever did care. Like as far as you know, I mean, but again, it wasn't until when Tanisha got her big job, and people don't know, and I'm public with it. My wife makes more money than me, you know, and so don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm handling business, but my wife makes more money than me. And so I'm like, what I started evolving to is that when you do that, I'm diminishing that I want the work that you put into it to be able to do these things. And I don't want to do that. Like, so I had to stop that and tell her it's okay for you to pay. It's perfectly fine. Like, you know, so that's my only thing. But I agree but I understand why she was doing it, and I understand why she would do that too. Because I know male egos I get it.
Fragile.
They're fragile.
Man,
I'm
egos
100%
are fragile.
with it. Yeah.
And so it made me think about one time when I went to I took Javita out for Valentine's Day one time, young. And you know how they don't put the prices on the menu? We were already there, and I was like, you know, they got the. I didn't know they were gonna have the whole prefix menu on. It was different than what the regular menu was. The regular menu, like 15, 20. They were like, no, it's Valentine's Day. We have a prefix menu for you. So for this 4 different things, it's gonna be $75 a person or something crazy. And I was like, wait, what? 75 a person? This is years ago. I'm like, Jovita saw my eyes get big, like I don't have, you know what I mean? 75 persons too much. But I just thought it was dope that this story occurred where somebody is like, yo, I got you, I hold you down. And I think that's what it's about, partnerships and working together, dating and all that stuff. You kind of have to have that, like, and good for you to say, I don't need that. Good for you to say that's not for me, or that's something I need to have as an egos piece, because I feel like we associate with other people's egos and put it on ourselves. Like, oh, I want to do this because I don't know how Terrence will look at me if I don't pay. If my wife pay and I don't pay, then he might look at me as like I'm lesser than a man. You know what I'm saying?
And the dope thing is, I think part of it is, like, at least after we had that conversation, I think it also could be a part of it is that she don't want people to look at us a different way is if like she's also worried not just about me, but how the appearance is that she's always like covering paying for me. And I'm just past like appearances. Like I'll be 40 this year. I don't like what it looks like. I don't as long as my name is on the check.
Yeah.
As long as my name, that's all I care about. I don't care about
you care about what it is, not what it seems like.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I get that. I get the aspect of what I get it. I'm not knocking that.
I feel like people judge you if you're above. Like if I'm with my wife and if she takes her card out and I take my card out, I feel like people judge you for that.
What you mean?
Like why are y'all both using cards? Why don't y'all got a joint account that y'all use for going out? I feel like people judge you for that. You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they do, but I just feel like it's like it's another thing is what you need to find out what works for y'all. I know some households that do have joint accounts. Everything funnels in, and that's great. Everything funnels in, and everybody, like we have a joint account. Makes sense, but we also have our own personal accounts, like and so if the like, and that's when we have Tanisha and I have real conversations. That's why like I'm like been 100% clear, like. The energy I'm on right now, there's things I could not date if we were ever to divorce. Number one, I can't date a woman with no job. I'm not knocking anybody I'm not knocking anyone who doesn't, who etc. But it's not going to work for me because I'm now accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and I think that and we have to normalize it. That's okay. That's not knocking for people who are not like that, but for me, like that, I'm just accustomed. So if like and which would make sense. I've been married for whatever years. And my wife has bread to bring to the table. She like legitimately, whatever you want, I got it. If I need this, I got it. If you need this, hey, I can trade with you. And it's the same thing, vice versa. Makes sense. Like, you should never have to worry about that. It's a legit partnership. Yeah. And so with that being said, because there's a partnership, in my opinion, I have to do more roles that is not generally with like right now. I'm like 100% like with the kids for the past couple of days. Yeah, like and I can't be like, well, I'm a man, so I'm not supposed to be. No, we have a partnership, bro. Like she don't have the same energy. Like, where's that partnership when I'm paying for this stuff? Like, It's just like it's like I think that's just normal. Whatever works for y'all works for y'all. Like that's just how I feel.
Yeah, I think this is often thing of comparison that happens in dating and marriage. Marriage more so than dating, I feel like, because I'm on the other side of it maybe. But you look at other people's marriages like, ours is not like that. It should be, or ours isn't like that. Thank God. Like it's this sense of comparison that it's just not real. You're looking at the outside of it. You don't know the ins and outs of what they do, how they move, what they say, whatever the case may be. And so I know for me early on, I was like, I feel like when both of us would pay, people will be looking at us because I feel like people think or suspect that we should have a joint account. And even if we do pay separately, it doesn't mean we don't have a joint account. It's just that people just assume, why y'all don't have all y'all money together. No, nigga, bro. If she want to leave me, she want to have a funnel money to her separate account so she can leave me if she wants to. If she, not really, but you have your own stuff. You have your own money. You do your own thing. But it's just interesting that matters more in marriage when you're trying to handle things, And
and that's the last thing I'm gonna say about that. I think like I'm just on the thing like who cares? Yeah. Who cares about anybody's opinions about your situation? It has to whatever works for you, and as long as it works for you, and then and it has to work for your partner. Like what I'm saying, if Tanisha wasn't on that energy or whatever, then I would try to like accustom to make her feel comfortable. Right. But I'm like, if you like why does it matter who pays and etc.? At least in a relationship, I have old school rules about like dating, but like we were talking about the conversation earlier. I am raising my daughter to not to depend on a man.
No nigga.
100%. Like I don't want you to depend on anybody.
Yeah.
However, let him be a man if he wants to be a man, and I want to give her that energy. Makes sense. Like let him be. You can do it. You can cover it. Makes sense. But and then but I also have to be mindful that I can't put how I'm going through my marriage on what my child's marriage is going to be. Right. If she wants to grow up and be a housewife and etc., I don't want her to be that. Yeah. But if that's I have fears about that. I feel like it was used as a form of control. Yeah. And for hundreds of years. And I love that women have their own energy to do things and provide for things without worrying about without worrying about the dude. Right. So. That's a whole nother conversation for another time.
Yeah, so. Definitely. I think it matters with in the future, but I feel like right now I agree with Kelly. She said, who cares? Who cares who pays for what, whenever they pay for it, however they pay for it, they just paying for it. But I just, you can't sometimes early on help to try to look at other people and glean from other people when you're newly married and you're trying to figure out how to do this new thing, you look to what's already been, a copy of whatever you already have. You're like, yo, I guess this is how it's supposed to be. And there's a lot of fumbling and figuring out in the first, I say 5 years, three to 5 years of marriage, trying to frame out what your marriage is going to be and what it's going to look like. I would say it's harder to kind of like fill that out in that early stage, because one thing I felt when I first got married was that I had to be perfect from day one. We had to be a perfectly formed union from day one. It's impossible, but that's what people make you feel like, because they're like, oh, if you have any fights, they're like, oh, trouble in that paradise. That's a sense of like, you can't be broken. You can't be exposed in a negative light because you're married. And I feel like that's dumb. Anyone that's married, you stumble through, you fumble through, you fight through, you figure out what you like, you figure out what they like. It's a whole process. Jamal says a lot of times we do take what our parents did and try to place it on our situation, even though it's different people in a different situation. 100% correct.
Comparison is comparison is just a beast. Even social media comparison, but data, just data. Like I'm looking at statistics about like as I'm evolving and growing more. Well, divorce is up, divorce is higher now than it was back in the day. Okay, cool. I get that, and I understand what that data means. However, we also have to look at what was happening back in the day.
Yeah,
women couldn't own property, women couldn't get high-paying jobs. So there might have been hundreds and thousands and millions of miserable women who are like just enduring marriage because they can't go anyplace else. I can't divorce you. If I divorce you, I'm going to have absolutely nothing.
Right.
And so it's like, this is better. Like struggling is better. And those options aren't available anymore.
Right.
And so because there are better options, divorce rate is higher because life is just different now. You can't so you don't think that means marriage is now worse. No, it's just the fact that there are other options for people.
Right.
I'm just evolving in my mindset, thinking about that. Oppression does not equal happiness. It makes sense.
Or years married don't equal happiness. You could be miserably married for years.
20 years.
Yeah, we've been 20 years today. Were you happy 20 years, or were you're sad 20 years, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's I agree, Terrence, with the comparison piece. Especially, we got to protect our peace in this 2021. Like, we really have to be more vigilant about protecting our peace. Social media, as much as it's a great tool that we even utilize within Valencia Real Podcast, it is a tool that can suck you into a world of I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, whatever the case may be. I'm not this enough, fill in the blank type thing. And I often, and I know you all, watching or listening on the podcast, often have to deal with this very same thing. Gauging your heart, like, yo, should I even be on this thing? Because will this thing make me feel better, or will this thing make me feel worse? And there was one book that I read. I want to leave y'all with this thought that this individual said. He said, "Is your brain? If you were to take your brain out of your head and it'd be a person sitting right here next to you, does your brain champion your thoughts, or does your brain tear you down? Like, is your brain for you, or is your brain against you, basically?" And I thought that was a very powerful thing, because I think sometimes when I'm watching social media, my brain feeds me, I'm not smart, I'm not enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. And so if your brain feeds you that, then that leads to what you believe, and that leads to your actions. So I feel like when you take your brain out and say, yo, what are you thinking? How do you feel about X, Y, and Z? Then you start to, how do you think about how you think? Like, I don't think we've ever, like, as I'm evolving, growing, learning, reading, people that are the best in this world in terms of success, they generally, look at how they think, which forms their thoughts, which forms their actions. But a lot of times we don't even look at how we think or think about how we think. We just live life, and life occurs, and then next thing you know, we're depressed because we don't take assessment of what is coming into our hearts and what's coming into our minds and stuff like that. So I just want to put that out to y'all. I read it in a book, and I thought it was a very valuable piece of information, because so often my brain is tearing me down and it's not building me up. And I know that's probably the case for some people out there too. Anything else on that, T?
No, that's good. I just like I said, but I think it's good to disconnect from like social media and like comparison. Like I've been public about how I struggle with comparison, and I disconnect a lot from social media because I know I struggle with comparing myself to this, comparing myself to that,
Yeah.
and it just gets old. Like so many arguments talking about, well, I thought they were together. He don't post her enough. She don't post him. Like everyone builds everything off of like social media, and the
it's
next
not real unless it's on there.
It's not real, and the next thing you know, you have an argument in your household because, well, what did you mean when you posted that? When you did that? And it's just like we got. Let me tell you something. A red flag for a lot of men, and I'm saying this to single ladies, is how much does that woman live on social media? That is a red flag for a lot of strong men, because I don't want to live my life through your timeline, and I don't want to be another post like on your timeline. And so a lot of times what happens that I'm telling you, in pockets of men, we have those conversations with men who are like, yeah, I was interested in this girl, but she always posts, like whatever goes on, like she always posts. Like it's just like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be like the fourth date you with this week. You had a miserable time, and now I got to worry about, like, now my ego is just like fragile. Like, so just like I'm out.
And a lot of that is just protecting your image on social media. You know, like you want to appear and be like this great thing. And it goes back to your first point of I don't want the appearance of things to be this way. I want it to be real in my house this way. And I, like Alicia said, I don't think we're ever meant to be disconnected to folks. We compare way more often than before, and I totally agree with 100%. That. But so, like, yeah, man, I mean, as far as this goes, as far as comparison, we just be careful. Watch your heart, watch your spirit, watch your mind. Don't get wrapped up into all of the things that popular culture wants you to feel, think, and believe. But think about, is your brain supporting your thoughts, or is in a positive way, or the way your actions in a positive way or a negative way? Thank you guys so much for listening to the Release Real podcast. Again, we did not actually get to the main topic, as we never do, for the past past 3 weeks, because we just kind of get into these pockets of conversation, because that's how we do on Relentlessly Real Podcast. All right. So listen, you guys already know, if you want to follow us at Relentlessly Real Podcast on Instagram, on Facebook, Relentlessly Real Podcast. If you want to leave us a review, we're always there, ready to receive your, John's funny, or Terrence is amazing, and Mike's great. We want to see that all on the reviews, please. And if you ever want to send us a topic that you want us to discuss, please send it to relentlesslyrealpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's relentlesslyrealpodcast@gmail.com. I do not remember the name of that book. I will try to find it, and I will put it on our podcast episode, or not podcast, but on Instagram for people to get it. It's a great book. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast today. My name is John.
As always, I'm Terrence.
And Mike was not with us today, but he may be there with us next week. I'm not going to be here next week, but Terrence and Mike might. So here we go. Thank you guys so much. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.